Alright, so today I want to talk about, before we play Kirby, I want to talk about Pauline. Because Pauline is one of my favorite characters in the Mario franchise. So much so that I've made a bunch of art of her in the past and in the present. I think to me, and I'm not wrong about this, and I know you guys are gonna fight me, Pauline is literally the sexiest character in the Mario roster. Some people are gonna argue with me that it's Rosalina, but when I say sexy, I mean intentionally sexy. Rosalina is not intentionally sexy. Rosalina is just incredibly, like, sensual without trying, but Pauline is overall a bombshell. And the fun thing about Pauline is that she has had some incredible design changes over the years, but the design she has right now, I'm showing you guys the one with the suit, which is very, very cute, but her typical red dress is just bombshell. It's tight fitting, it's bright, it's super fucking cute. She has great makeup, great hair, big fucking luscious lips. It's one of the most like overtly like, ooh, sexy characters that you can see. I guess you could say that it almost resembles Jessica Rabbit in a way, because it has like that red dress that's skin tight, and it's a diva with long luscious hair, big lips, great makeup, and it oozes confidence, which is why I really, really like Pauline. And Pauline actually has an amazing history, both design-wise and game-wise. And I found a really cool video that we can go through that kind of talks about it, you know? Okay, so this is probably the first iteration of Pauline we ever see. Donkey Kong, 1981. At this point in time, I think Pauline was also actually called Lady. And she was not at all like the Pauline we know and love today. She was blonde, and her dress was pink. So she resembled Peach a lot more than what she does now back in the day. Very, very simple color scheme, just nice little flouncy dress. And this was back in the day when she was deadass Mario's girlfriend. So Peach has never been like anything to Mario except like the princess that he saves, but Pauline was actually considered a main squeeze. They retconned that shit fast though. Did people think that Pauline just became Peach/Princess Toadstool? Yes, people genuinely did not know that Pauline has always been around. She has a longer history than even Peach. She just kind of got booty bumped to the side when Peach actually was introduced. Then she was also prominent in the Game & Watch games, but her design changed here somewhat. She was a brunette now, and I think that her dress was still pink, but a darker shade. This is when she started looking a little bit more like Pauline and a little bit just less than like a blonde person. Also, fun fact, all of these designs are skins in Bananza in some way. Could this be Pauline's grandma? We don't know, and I actually personally don't like subscribe to like the fact that these games have timelines, because Nintendo says that they don't particularly care about story. Gameplay first, story later. So for me, I want to look at Pauline herself through the ages. And then we had this design for the pinball. So again, Pauline has been in a lot of games, almost as many as Peach has. They've just been more obscure things that have been like Japan only, or that are a little bit harder to get a hold of. And in this one though, she's now formally a brunette, but her dress is still pink. It still kind of resembles Peach's dress, but it's just a little bit more low-key. No petticoat, no crown, no brooch, no nothing. But by this point, she was given a little bit more identity, you know? It was like, save her! Then we had the Game Boy Donkey Kong.
Fun fact, the original Donkey Kong was not only inspired by King Kong, but also Popeye.
Oh yeah,
and
they couldn't get the
Nintendo
rights.
even made a classic Popeye arcade game in 1982. Her family dress in Bananza is actually a legally distinct version of olive oil to pay homage.
Yeah, like, that's a funny thing, right? Originally, they wanted to make a Popeye game, and they, like, actually conceptualized it and everything, but they couldn't get the rights to it. So they said no, so they had to make this instead. So yeah, this is the Game Boy version, rather. And, well, we've noticed some changes here! Two tig-old biddies! The Pauline in these, you can't really tell what her hair color and outfit looks like, but you can see two things, two fat bags. And fun fact, at this point she was still Mario's girlfriend, but I think in this game in particular, DK actually liked her. Like, there was a point in their history, which makes Bananza even fucking funnier, where DK was in love with Pauline. And a point where Pauline actually did say, like, yeah, no, I would date DK. So Pauline, at some point in her history, considered banging a monkey. This is when Nintendo stopped being kind of afraid to make the womanly shape. And boy, what a womanly shape it is. Those are gigantic. She's had surgery, chat. Oh, banana. The dress is now much shorter, much more form-fitting, and way more modern than what she had before. Super fucking cute. Because now now the graphics are a little bit more complicated. The Game Boy didn't really have a ton of color, but they could do more stuff with the animation. And then this is when Pauline got a gigantic glow up, because this was the first time we saw her in 3D. These were for Mario vs. DK. And you guys will notice that the outfit Pauline has for these games very, very much closely resembles the outfit she wears in Odyssey, and the outfit she wears in Mario Kart, and the one that we kind of like just know and love today. People tend to think that Odyssey was the first time that Pauline was designed like that, but no! Her first appearance with this design was in Mario vs. DK. However, she kind of looks like she had some botched plastic surgery in this one. The facial geometry wasn't great, but they definitely played up that bombshell vibe, and they did have to specify in this game that Pauline and Mario were just friends. But she spends a lot of time with DK in these.
Pauline for the ribbon-cutting ceremony.
And she was just like, I don't know if at this point in her history she was a singer or a diva the way she was in Odyssey, but she was definitely like famous and like a very close friend to Mario. So they go way back. But look at those bears! Nintendo, which is a company that we all know for very family-friendly content, actually allowed their designers to make Pauline this overtly sexy. This is a design that oozes sex appeal, but like Lily, she's not showing any skin. That's not the thing you need to make a design sexy. It's the confidence and how she holds herself, and the fact that the dress is actually fairly tightly fitted. She has particularly big badooba, very luscious hair, great makeup, fat lips. That's the thing that makes a character really, really sexy. It's the vibe. Not how much skin you're showing, but how you're presenting yourself. Before she was mayor? This was before, yeah, DK deadass fell in love with her. This was before she was mayor. And so Pauline picked the Mario toy because she didn't even notice the monkey. And she was like, ooh, Mario's dick. And then DK got upset. Jesus Christ, DK. Incel behavior, DK! And she stole Pauline. However, you'll be pleased to know that by the end of these games, I think in this one, it turns out that all of the levels that Mario plays in this game were quality control for the toys, and Pauline and DK planned this whole thing to kind of like test his mettle. So they are friends in these games. And see, she sees the DK and she thinks it's cute and she kisses it. Mario didn't get a kiss, and then DK's happy. There was a point in time where that monkey wanted to bone her, chat. Oh, bonus nightmare points for DK with no teeth, by the way. Ew! Then we have Mario vs. DK Minis March again. And Pauline was back in this, like, super cute design. DK too. Oh, wow, that's lazy animation. Okay. Angry monkey. How come the other one had a cutscene and this one's just, like, PowerPoint, Nintendo? What happened? Why did this animation get blue locked? The tits have been spliced. You scoundrel! Mario! Come on, guys, I have her skirt. Let's get the rest of it. And then it turns out it's quality control and they were just testing out the toys. Mario, you destroyed our dress for no reason. But Pauline's design has stayed pretty consistent since then. They look like pointy cone bras now. Thank you, Nintendo. Then Mario vs. DK Miniland Mayhem. Pauline is always in these. Oh, look, a Pauline on a hole. Oh, no, it's jar size. Yeah, baby! Lily, what? What? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? It's shaped for a dick. Here you go, Toad. Stick your whole body in it. Oh, no. No teeth. Oh, no. We don't have one big enough for monkey dick. Get the fuck out. Oh, I'll just take the real thing, then. That's a bad idea. DK, no. DK, no. DK, that's a terrible idea. DK, no! And you can also play with the little Onahole Pauline. Those are very cute. So cute!
Oh, Mario.
Okay, her dress is significantly shorter in this one, and the voice is like, oh, come to me. So now we know why Peach gets no action.
Oh, Mario.
Oh, Mario. That was like, I'm sorry, that was like, come into my bed, plumber, inspect my pipes.
Oh, Mario.
Bitch! Oh, no! The monkey! Oh, it's a standoff.
You like it?
Have a Nona hole and be happy, DK. Go away. Yes. I'm putting it in a jar. I miss the trophies! I genuinely fucking miss these, okay? Hopefully the next Smash is not that big so we can bring the trophies back because they were fucking phenomenal. Again, we have the same design she has now, but significantly lesser quality fabric. And you will notice something that Pauline is proportioned very, very differently to Peach. They've actually corrected those proportions for the party games, but Pauline actually has the proportions of a normal human woman, which is very funny because Mario's a manlet. Yeah, like fucking birthing hips over here with fat fucking bags and like a skin-tight red dress. Yeah, like Peach has competition, I'm sorry. Like, this is Mario versus DK Tipping Stars. Same design. We go back to like the little Ona-hole Pauline. And then, this is where most people know Pauline from. This is from Super Mario Odyssey, where she had a complete redesign to better fit Nintendo's proportions for their human characters. Although in Odyssey, she looked more human than anybody else. In the party games now, if you see Pauline, her head is much bigger and her body's much smaller. She's almost half a chibi, just like Peach. But in Odyssey, they really upped the star factor and she has normal human proportions. Nerfed Boobas. No, the Boobas are still fine, but the Boobas she has are proportional to this body type. This is the least stylized version of Pauline that you're going to ever see in the Mario franchise. And we've also added some really dope design details that are now present in other games, like her hat. She has a full suit. Her dress now has an iridescent fabric. Her jewelry is shiny. Her face is much better proportioned. Her hair is way more luscious. And in general, she just looks really, really beautiful. But this is probably the most well-proportioned character you're ever going to see in the Nintendo franchise. I find this proportions with that art style to be kind of off-putting personally, so I'm really glad that they changed it. Because Pauline, with a face like that, she should be cartoony. Also, to whoever said they nerfed the boobas, look at those. No, they just fixed the cut of the dress. And even now, in the party games, the dress is different. The hat is a great addition, which really kind of like cements that kind of like very urban city vibe that she's been rocking. And not to mention, playing this stage, you get to go through like a giant DK level. So he's always present. The monkey's always there. And then you can just talk to her and dance. But look at the size difference, please! He's at like the height to eat pussy. It's so fucking funny because Peach is taller than him but not by much. So now, if you like playing Mario Kart World or you're playing like Mario Tennis or whatever other party game Pauline is in, you'll notice that her proportions are way more chill. Now we're getting to the good shit. Now we're getting to the Pauline designs where they really started getting past those growing pains and embracing the quirky, adorable, almost half chibi art style that Nintendo likes to rock in current day. This is Pauline's Mario Tennis Aces look. Look at those sneakers. Those are expensive, mama. I love Pauline's logo. Side note, they've been using it for a while. It's kind of like a heart that looks like bimbo lips. But look at that. The waist is once more snatched. Teeny tiny. Where are her organs? We don't care. They're in the boobs. The tits are still gigantic. But now you'll notice that her shoulders are way narrower. Also, I love that black sports bra underneath the tennis dress. It's such a like cute concession to her normal outfit, but making it sporty. Still has the fat earrings, still has the gigantic... Oh, she overdraws her lips, actually. That's a lot of lip liner, Pauline. And she has the added visor. But in this, you will notice that her proportions are way more in line to like Peach's, except, you know, fat bags. So she looks a lot better in this. I also really like the visor. It really complements hairline, you know? It's a really, really strong, very sexy design. And as the years have gone by and we've seen more and more and more of this character, I'm really glad that they brought her back. They really have hit their stride with her. Stunner! I do genuinely think that this is a character that was designed with sex appeal in mind. And you'll notice very quickly if you see DK next to Pauline is that they have a completely inverted color scheme. DK has brown fur with a red tie and Pauline has a primarily red outfit with brunette hair. So they match much better that way. DK and Pauline have always kind of been designed as a pair. Yeah, I'm sorry. Special tag, like, another cool thing about Pauline is that after Odyssey, that, like, songstress diva persona, it's stuck. It is now, like, Pauline's thing that she is a performer. It shows up in every special attack, all the fucking things she does while she's driving, in every party game. Hell, even in Bananza, that's established to be a very important part of her character. So, like, after Odyssey, they really built on that little character detail that Pauline's thing. She might not be a princess, she's a mayor, but she's a performer. She has a completely different purpose to like someone like Peach, which is why her design is also so striking, because this is the type of vibe you would expect from a singer like this. Super cute. God, I love her. Destroy him, baby girl. This is for Mario Kart Tour, which is the gacha. She did have a few outfits in here, which are not in World for some reason. They should be. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. That's actually such a cute, like, version of her dress. It's like, the color scheme stays constant, but I love the fur shawl that's shaped like a heart. And the dress goes from black to red. And again, they really don't dick around with Pauline and having her look much sexier than other Nintendo girlies. Like, Peach is not allowed to be sexy, she's just cutesy, but Pauline is like, hey boss, can we give her breeding hips and a like fucking skin type black dress? Sure, go ahead. Pauline is allowed this. Then we have Mario Golf Super Rush, which is the only instance where she doesn't have a dress besides her suit in Odyssey. And for some reason, her hair is much darker in this game. It stays brown in every other game that she's in, but it's almost black in this one. I do like that we're respecting the color scheme though, and that her body shape has stayed consistent. Now she really looks like a trophy wife. Mama, cause she is! I think most people expected Pauline to have like a dress here, but I'm kind of loving the 50s housewife aesthetic that they gave her, like with the really tight pants. Cause you need to show off those hips, mama. And she always sings. That's always her thing. Oh, Pauline, Jesus Christ. So she always has that like singer thing. It's never gonna go away. She's also gorgeously in Strikers, which this is the first time I've actually seen her with her hair up, which looks beautiful. They do a low ponytail for Pauline because her face is so long. If they did a high pony, it would make it look even longer and she would just look like a horse. Like if you compare it to Peach, Peach's face is almost heart-shaped and Pauline is like a perfect oval. So the low pony is a necessity and giving it a lot of volume. It also balances her face out. She's so pretty though. Look at Team DK, look at the tip. I love her. You know what? I kind of miss this sexy crop top Mario Strikers uniforms that they had in the original GameCube game. Like, why couldn't we get one of those for Pauline? I love that, but I really, really wish we had the old outfits because the crop tops were super sexy. I don't know if I should draw Pauline in a crop top because, like, I feel like if I drew the Strikers uniform, I think that no one would survive. Like, it looks cute. It looks like a soccer uniform, but, like, it's boring! She's so sexy. She moves so well, too. She moves even better now. Look at that walk! Peach walks super dainty. Pauline is like, I walk with the confidence, mama. Look at that strut. Look at those fucking hips. They've nerfed her hips a little bit in these proportions, though, sadly. Nah, she's serving. She ate! Oh, super sexy. This is what she looked like in the movie, not very pretty. They gave her too long of a nose and they made her look much, much older. So hopefully Pauline will come back in a younger version at some point in the films. It has the suit from the games and her earrings and jewelry and whatever, but like, they made her look very odd. And then we have Mario Kart 8, which has the red dress back. And all of her fucking poses are super fucking sexy. Super confident, super baba boom. It's absolutely gorgeous. She went from just being like a girl that Mario liked to probably being the most overtly confident character in this entire fucking franchise. She has the cocky confidence to match Mario, actually. And then we have Mario Party, she's included in that now. Oh, a bitch slap game! My favorite. She's so cute, and again, her dress has been preserved as the same dress she's always worn, but now it's much longer, and it's not super tight at the top anymore the way that it was in Odyssey, and the fabric is not shiny. That might have just been something that they did for Odyssey because, again, rendering shit like that is annoying, especially for like a game with so many characters, but it still maintains her silhouette really well. Her hair has also gotten noticeably darker as games go on, because that adds to like that, oh, I love her. That really adds to that like bombshell vibe, and it makes the red of her dress look even cuter. Look at her! Chat, I'm gay! Oh, This is probably my favorite iteration of Pauline to date because we brought back the shiny, shimmering fabric for this game, and the flow of the clothing is just phenomenal. Her hips are bigger again, her hair is still darker, her makeup is a little bit more subtle on the eyes, but still red, rojo reputissima on the lips, which I love. She's stunning. Okay, like, look at that. This is obviously the type of fucking cocky confidence that only someone like Mario could deal with. She's basically pole dancing on the wheel. She's so sexy, and she's like the only character in the Mario, like, franchise that's allowed to be like this. Stunner! And she always sings. And then we have the newest version of Pauline's design. Side note, if you guys have not played Bananza and you haven't listened to Heart of Gold, like the track from the credits, it made me cry. But the baby Pauline design is actually pretty interesting to look at for a number of reasons, okay? The main reason being, right, is that we've actually successfully aged the character down. If you see Pauline as an adult and then you see her as a child, you will see that Pauline's face as a child is squished in. It's no longer like super long the way that it is when she's older. It's very squished in. She still has very full lips and very big eyes and very full brows. Her face shape is more squished and her hair is lighter. We're doing everything we can to take length away from her face without changing her face shape. Outfit-wise, it's very interesting because this is like a coming-of-age story for her, right? So she has like the outfit of someone who's kind of scruffy, not a very like confident person. And as you play Bananza, she just gets more and more confident. So you just see her grow into the singer persona that she is now. Her color scheme is completely present with some purple accents to match the game's vibes. And like her face is squished because she's much younger, but her hair, anime girl hair vents are still really long. So there's still a lot of length to her face. And I think it was such a neat touch to actually make Pauline much younger in Bananza. It really made me fall in love with her character all over again because we went from like this scruffy little goblin thing to like a full-fledged performer. And you can very much tell that the events in Bananza, which are probably canon to her, I could probably say this with confidence, it really did shape the way that she sees music and that how she interacts with the world, and like she became super confident because of all of this. So now her outfit in the future shows how high her self-esteem is and how much she values herself. She knows she's very attractive, she plays it up, but when she was a kid, when she was like stuck here with only that monkey for company and for like a friendship, she learned so much and grew so much and actually ended up becoming an amazing person because of it. This is why Pauline is one of my favorite characters, and it's been fascinating to see how much her design has changed through the ages. Because once they actually found something that could iconically be hers, they stuck with it. And it's a great example of how the character shapes the design and the design shapes the character. Because Pauline's outfit in Odyssey is kind of like her standard bombshell outfit that she's had for many years. However, that design helped shape the design for Bananza. Because they took the design that Pauline already has as an adult and they deconstructed it to give her something as a child that fit her personality, but did not lose that spark that makes Pauline Pauline. It's a phenomenal design and one of Nintendo's finest, the sexiest by far, at least intentionally, and I definitely think that Pauline deserves more love, and I would very much like to see that. I want to see her in more games, I do. I think she's beautiful. And for that, I think I can end this YouTube segment. So if you like this little bit, like, comment, subscribe. Do you guys like Pauline? What's your favorite thing about her? Do you prefer the more new design? Do you like the Bananza one? Let me know. Fight your demons in the comments. I like to hear it. And yeah, remember, chat, you can also go get some delicious energy if you go to gamersofts.gg/kinkimation and get some gamersofts using code kinkimation for 10% off. I used to be more of a Peach stan, but considering the fact that Pauline was actually allowed to have a shit ton of personality, yeah. If you ever to get into my trade, I'd love to do this for Samus. She's changed a lot over the years. Oh, I would love to gay out over Samus for like an hour, actually. I'm not well versed in like spacesuits, but she's had some phenomenal design changes over the years as well.